What's going on, guys? So here we go. We got a 2009 Toyota Sienna, and I was actually in the midst of doing a job, and this is one of my good customers who called me. Had an emergency. This guy is a Spectrum. I guess he's a technician. He's doing all the installing, whatever. So he needs his minivan to be, running right now. So anyway, long story short, I came out here. The problem was the car was not shifting. So immediately tried to shift it from park to neutral, and I felt like there was no resistance. So having a little bit of experience with these things, especially on a Toyota Corolla, I decided to, but I didn't know how to dismantle this thing, so I was just kind of winging it. So I took these off, which are right here, just going on like that. So these, you just, take your pry tools there, whatever you like, just pry it up, and then that's it, see that? So there's on each side, there's one on each side. So after that, you're going to see a couple 10 millimeter bolts. Here, there's one that's hidden right here behind, right here. You can't get to it until you release that, on the dash panel right there, which you have to release by releasing a 10 millimeter on this side. What you have to do first is release this panel right here at the bottom. So once you do that, there's a couple of, like I said, 10 millimeter on the side you have to release. There's probably something on the side also, but I didn't feel the need to go out there because I had enough to get to these right here. This is held on by 4 12 millimeter bolts. 1, 2 at the bottom, 3 and 4 right there, and they go right there. So you can't get access to it unless this can be kind of pried back, just like you see right here. So I have it pried back. I'm not taking it all the way out. You don't need to. You have plenty of access right here, and this was the problem. As you see, the bushing is out, so it was basically just like that, out of socket. So you're trying to shift. There's nothing, no resistance, because the cable is not even being actuated. Usually, the way I fix these things, I take a cotter pin and I just put this thing back and take a cotter, because there's a lip right there. So I take the cotter pin and I slide it behind it, and I just twist it around, and that's it. And I've repaired cars like that that's on the road for years with no issue whatsoever. But the customer just went to get the Dorman Universal one. Hopefully it's going to fit, and hopefully it's going to work. But that's about it. I'm just waiting for him to bring the part back. So we'll install it and then see if it works. Hopefully it does. And I told him I should go to Toyota and get the original part, maybe Monday. And I'm just showing him right now how to do it himself. He's a tech, so he should be able to. This is fairly easy. So that's what it is. All right, guys. So anybody has this type of issue, your car is not shifting and it's not a fluid problem, it's just something that happens all of a sudden, you don't see no fluid on the ground or something like that, and you feel your shifter kind of a little bit loose, if you can get a feel for it, is it loose, or you feel like there's a little resistance as you're going down? If not, then most likely this is your problem. Pop this whole thing around, out. There's videos on how to do this, by the way, because I believe this would be the procedure on how to replace your radio. I believe there is some procedures right there online on how to remove the radio, and it may involve how to get down to this part right here. So just look up something like that if you have issues taking it out, and you should be all right. All right, so the customer came back with two things there. That was this universal bushing, but it wouldn't work because it's just too hard to press in. So I decided to do away with it. I told him to get cotter pins, and that's exactly what I ended up using. So I forgot to film it. Well, I couldn't film it because the customer's sitting right here. But just so you can see the cable right there in the middle of your screen. And I have the zip tie, the cotter pin around it. You can see it right there. Like I said, I've been fixing them just like that. And, people have been driving like this for years with no other recurring problems. So I definitely approve this fix.